Hello everyone, it's Jean from Inky Owl Studio. Welcome, welcome. As promised, I have here a flip through of our flip-flop folio that we worked on last week. And if you missed that video, I'll go ahead and put that link down below. But I have decorated it up and I'm going to do two flip throughs kind of. The first one, right now I'm going to go through a little on the slow side to kind of explain some of the things I've done in here. But if you're looking for a faster flip through with just music and no talking, I have a chapter at the very end of this video that you can jump to, and you can just see the flip through itself. So anyhow, I did end up using a tie closure here with some seam binding, and I just merely glued down the seam binding in the back and then put down my panel over it. And I put down here, before I glued on this paper, I put in a metal nameplate with some brads there. And here in the front I have put on I put a photo here with a cutout, and I used my die cuts for this. And I have a good variety of sizes, but nothing perfect, of course. So this one ended up being a little on the long side, but I matched up the paper with the paper on the outside there, so that when I put this in here, even though it's a little short, it still matches up pretty well. But this is something where you can put your own photo in here and use that instead. And it opens up like so. And the first panel, I did put up a tuck spot here, the very top of it, and put in some little doodads there. And this first flap that we did opens up like this. I made a tuck spot here on the side panel with a card there and opened it up to the inside, and I have a photo here. But you of course can put your own photo there, but that sticks in right inside there like so. There we are. And I have panels here open to put additional things on it. Here's the tag. I put a tag inside this one like so. And the other it wasn't really long enough to flap over and do much of anything, so I just I think I ended up covering the end of this tag ended up covering underneath this panel here, because it was just a little bit and it just didn't look quite right. So that's why the tag ends there. Okay, and then in this panel I have another photograph here that just slides in like so. And again, you can replace this with your own. A little label down there. And on this one I put the pocket this way over here with some ephemera, and then I put a belly band on this panel with pieces of ephemera underneath this, and that just flips in there. And I got these at Hobby Lobby, these really nice let me see, I'll show you what they are. All right, and I just recently bought them, and they are, trying to get the heading so you can see, you get an awful lot in here, and I didn't think it was that expensive. And it's from the Paper Studio, and I mean, there's the number up there in case that's helpful. But that's what's in here, is all these different die cuts. So that's the folder that was in there. But there is a lot in here with all different sizes, and I really went well with this paper that I've used in here. And this paper is the same paper I used in making another journal recently. I'll put a link to this paper. I got it on Amazon. And here I have a photo as well on this flap here, and it does come out. It slides out. And I put a magnet inside this flap here. It just seemed to lay better. It's probably not necessary, but I thought it laid a little bit better. And this comes down so that there's writing available here and writing up there. And in here I put in an envelope with some pieces of ephemera stuck inside there. And you know, you could also put other things in here, and that just slides inside this pocket. And then on this flap, excuse me, and this is an envelope that I placed in here, and you can see the top of the envelope here, and this is the bottom part of the envelope. And I just made a pocket on it with some ephemera. Put a little butterfly down there. Fussy cut, use a punch for the upper part. And then we fold over and we have a piece of ephemera inside this pocket here. And oh, and I did put in a piece of, or I should say, you know, a large tag or journaling card or whatever. I slipped that inside there as well, sort of a backing that you can still use. Then this one here that flips out like a bit of an accordion, I put in some stair step pockets. Just took squares, just glued them up as a stair step, and then I just put in little pieces of ephemera like so. I think an important part of putting ephemera and stuff into this folio is just not making it too thick. This is just cardstock, printed, I believe it's 48 pounds. It's photo paper from Epson, but I think it's around 48 pound cardstock like. So, and by being thin, you can put a little bit more in it than if it were thicker. And that's just these little pieces all in this little stair step there. And then, of course, a place if you want to write and put extra stuff. And then the other side of it, I took a whole sheet of one large print, 8.5 by 11, and I just cut panels from it. So it kind of looks like it, you know, it matches, and it kind of goes through all the different 3 panels here. And inside the envelope flap, I just put, it's sort of a bookmark, but then you can use it for, you know, just to write on as well. And that goes inside there. And then we have a panel for any kind of writing you may want to do. And this all folds up like so. And it all goes back together. I did find that putting all of these flaps down first and all these flaps down second, this one and then this one, it fit pretty well. And then we just have this lovely little piece of seam binding for a tie. So that is what I did on the inside of it. It has the words memories down here, but this can be replaced with, you know, another word that you turn it over and write something else on here. Do that. So yeah, that is this little folio. It was so fun. It was really fun to work in, and especially if you enjoy working with papers and I felt that the coordinated paper pad I had was just made it very, very easy to do. And so if you've got some of those laying around, I think this would be really a easy peasy way to decorate it. But then you can also be very random and, you know, tear and put in different papers and be very eclectic, you know, as well. Now, I think the next time, the one that we made together is this one here, because I made 2 from the same design. And I am very tempted to make this a travel journal, a vintage travel journal. I think it would just really be a lot of fun to do that. And I think I'm going to work on that and do that coming up. Don't know how much of that I'll film, but that is what I'm going to really do. So anyways, thank you, and I hope you're having a great summer. Of course, it's coming to a close now with the kids going back to school and everything sort of winding down for travel and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be looking for the fall. I'm working on a Halloween digital kit, and I'll probably be showing that real soon. So you take care, and we'll talk to you again. Bye.